So something that I've noticed and I wanted to pass along is it seems like the people in my life that I've noticed are very chill. Stuff doesn't really bother them. They don't hold on to things. They don't ruminate a lot. They tend to be people with a lot going on. So if someone hurts them or there's an issue or a problem, it doesn't take over their entire mental existence because, quite frankly, they're busy and they're working on a lot of stuff. And it also doesn't have the same impact because if you have, let's say, 20 major relationships, in your regular life, and there's an issue with one of them, well, for the most part, that's not going to really knock you off. But let's say you only have relationships with 4 people, in your regular life, and you're having an issue with one of them, that's really going to impact you a whole lot more. So they're coming from this very centered, chill, kind of grounded place because all their eggs aren't in one basket. All their mental health is not reliant upon, a few things being in line. They've got a broad range of support. So their resiliency seems to be a lot stronger. And anyway, I just wanted to pass that along because I definitely, when I look back on my own, on my own life and own situation and patterns, when I've got stuff going on, when I'm interested in things, I've got hobbies, when I've been volunteering or whatever it is, I do, I'm not holding on to stuff. If something, if I run up on somebody and there's some kind of an issue, it's like, oh, that sucks. And you move on to the next thing because, it doesn't, the level of impact is completely different. And so I'm not in this space where I'm just thinking and ruminating and thinking and going over it and over it in my mind. Which sucks, by the way. So for those of us who have sort of been in that situation, and obviously, if you're in an abuse dynamic, often you've been isolated. So it would, then you're dragged along with this person into their nonsense. So when you're being actively harmed, of course your focus is going to be on what's going on. But in general, once we get out of that immediate crisis phase, and now we're okay, we're figuring out how to live, and we want to live in a way that isn't internalizing all of this nonsense and negativity and criticism or stuff that happens or stress or whatever. It seems to be the more stuff you got going on, the less stressed you are, which doesn't necessarily make sense to me because it would seem the less stuff you got going on, the less stressed you would be. But if you're coming from a specific mindset, if you're vulnerable or if you're maybe emotionally compromised or whatever, the less stuff you've got going on, the more impact that negative or critical or issue or problem or stressor is going to be. And so if you've got, let's say low distress tolerance or a tendency towards depression or, whatever the thing is, and maybe you're just a little bit more vulnerable in that way, it could be, I'm not saying it is, just passing it along, that giving yourself a project, and I'm not saying the way you give a kid, but here, have this project, do it. But if you're interested in a thing and you're doing it, and you're excited, and you're coming from this place of I'm, that's what you're thinking about. You stop thinking about people or a person over and over again, which is super helpful. So just wanted to pass that along. Hope you all are having a great night. I'll talk to you next time.